everybody and welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Right, so today what I'd like to do is to teach you about all the different ways that you can use the verb quedar. Yes, it's a special verb, and by that I mean it does not just mean stay. Okay, so we've taught you, at least in lower school, that the verb quedar means to stay. So, quédate conmigo, stay with me. Quédate conmigo, stay with me. Or, me quedo, I'm staying. But today I'd like to show you all the other ways that you can use this very, very special verb. Now I'm going to give you all the ways to use it, and also some very popular expressions. I mean, you will hear all of these things, all of these expressions, all of these ways of using quedar in the Spanish language. You will hear it every day if you go to, if you visit Spain, or if you're just listening to Spanish in general. So this is a very useful video, I think. Very useful class indeed. I wish I got taught this when I was at school. But here you go, it's your lucky day today. It's your lucky day. Right, okay, so the first use of the verb quedar is for meetings. So, una cita, a meeting. Una cita, so a meeting. So, I've given you two examples here. The first example is this. Hemos quedado a las 7. Hemos quedado a las 7 simply means we've decided to meet at 7. Okay, we're meeting at 7. If you translate it literally, it makes no sense, because it would translate to we have stayed at 7. Obviously that's not the meaning. The meaning is that we've made a plan, we've made an appointment to meet at 7 o'clock. Hemos quedado a las 7. Okay, so if you ever hear that, you know that they're referring to the time that they've decided, they've arranged to meet. Okay, so a meeting. Hemos quedado, or simply you could just say hemos quedado. Okay, we're meeting up. Hemos quedado. Yeah. Or ¿quieres quedar mañana? If someone says to you, ¿quieres quedar mañana? It's not saying, do you want to stay tomorrow? It's saying, do you want to meet up tomorrow? ¿Quieres quedar mañana? ¿Quieres quedar mañana? Do you want to meet up tomorrow? Claro. Me encantaría quedar mañana. I would love to meet tomorrow. Okay, so that's your first manner of using it. The first way to use it. Quedar as a meeting. Okay, to meet up, to hang out with someone. He quedado a las 7. We're meeting up at 7. So stay with that one. Right, number 2, deciding on something. Ponerse de acuerdo en algo. Ponerse de acuerdo en algo. So it's when you decide to do something, or you've made that decision to do something. And the example I've given you is, mis hermanos han quedado en visitarme en Navidad. So my brothers have arranged, or they've decided to visit me for Christmas. Okay, so quedar en hacer algo. So they've planned on doing something. They've decided on doing that thing. Okay? Another example. Hemos quedado en no salir. Okay? So we've decided not to go out. We've come to the arrangement. We've decided not to go out. Hemos quedado en no salir. So quedar en algo. Okay, to decide on something. Okay, this is I promise you, all of these are very popular, and you will hear them constantly. Only give you the good stuff, people. Only the good stuff. Right. Okay. The third way that you will hear the verb quedar being used is to stay somewhere. Okay, to stay somewhere. So permanecer en un lugar. Permanecer en un lugar, to stay somewhere. So you would have seen this in your section about holidays. holidays. Where did you stay? Me quedé en un hotel. Me quedé en un hostal. Okay? Nos quedamos en un hotel. We stayed in a hotel. Okay? So that, you would have seen it for that. And this is the most common use of it, to stay somewhere. Whether it's visiting somewhere and you decide to stay, in terms of accommodation, stay. Or for time, okay? ¿Cuánto tiempo te quedas? How long are you going to be staying? Voy a quedar, I'm going to stay. Voy a quedar, I'm going to stay 2 semanas. Voy a quedar 2 semanas. I'm going to stay for 2 weeks. Voy a quedar 2 semanas. Okay, so to stay somewhere, to be in a specific place. This is where I'm staying. Me quedo aquí. Okay, me quedo aquí. I'm staying here. Right. Actually, looking at the board, I've forgotten to put a very, yes, it is actually very important, and I forgot to put this one. It's what we would translate to left, okay? So I'm just going to put this as a bonus one here, left. Okay, so you would use it to say, if you want to say what you have left or what's remaining. So for example, imagine you're coming to see me with your car, you're driving from London to come and see me, and I ring you and you say, I'm on my way. I could say, well, how much time do you have left? You know, what's the remaining of the time? When I try to translate it, it sounds a bit odd. So, okay, ¿cuánto te queda? So how much is left? As in, how much is left? So we would use this to translate as left, as in something remaining, okay? ¿Cuánto tiempo te queda? So how much time do you have left? It would translate, but it's actually saying how much time before something happens, okay? What's remaining? Or, okay, say I gave you 100 euros to go get some presents for our friend, the friend that we have in common. We share a friend, and we all put money together to get a present. And then you call me and you say, Kerry, I got this really fantastic present, but I still have a bit of money left over. So to that I could say, ¿Cuánto dinero te queda? So how much money do you have left? I think that explains it better. ¿Cuánto te queda? ¿Cuánto dinero te queda? Okay, so in that sense, to ask what is left, what's left over, what's remaining. So you can use that for time or for nouns or whatever, an object, nouns. Okay, ¿cuánto te queda? ¿Cuánto tiempo te queda? Okay, how much time do you have left? ¿Cuánto tiempo te queda? Okay, yeah. I should have put that there because I feel as though this one is quite important and you will hear it a lot. Okay, right. So the next one I've got here is when you want to talk about physical changes. Okay, so some of these changes, I think it would probably be best to consider these changes permanent. So you will hear this with pregnancy. Quedarse embarazada. Quedarse embarazada, to become pregnant, to be pregnant. Yeah, you've fallen pregnant. Okay, se quedó embarazada with a A. You've never seen a pregnant man before. A, because only women get pregnant. Se quedó embarazada a los 20 años. Okay, so she fell pregnant at 20. You will use it with pregnancy. Se quedó embarazado. Embarazado. Why do I keep saying embarazado like I have a pregnant man somewhere? Se quedó embarazada a los 20. Right, okay? So for that, so remember that goes with pregnancy. Se quedó embarazada. She got pregnant. Okay, next one. Se quedó ciega. Okay? Ciega is blind. Okay? So she got blind. She was blind. She became blind. Okay, so she became blind. It's a physical change. You've lost your vision. You became blind. You became pregnant. Physical changes. Also, I've put a few here in brackets because you will also hear these a lot, and it's good to have these down noted somewhere. Calvo. Calvo is bald. Okay? Se quedó calvo. Okay? He turned bald. All of a sudden, he had no hair. Se quedó calvo. Okay? Callado. Callado is quiet. Okay? He stood there quiet. He didn't say a word. Se quedó quieto. Callado. 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 Okay? Quiet. O paralítico. Paralyzed. Paralyzed, obviously, again, is a physical change. So, all of these, except for callado, me quedo callado. Me quedé callada. I just stood there quiet. Didn't say a word. Me quedé callada. Me quedé callada. Didn't say a word. Okay? I stayed. I remained silent. Okay? So, yeah, that's a good translation. Remain, become, stay. All of these you can use. Okay? So, physical changes, you will use quedar. Okay? Me quedé calva. Me quedé ciega. Me quedé sorda. Sorda, deaf. Me quedé sorda. Me quedé ciega, blind. Okay? So for those physical changes, but I feel as though for now, it's just really good idea to remember pregnant and physical change, because you will see pregnancy a lot, especially when you're doing family, the family topic. Right, okay, size. It's very important that you remember this as well. Size, la talla. Cuando estás hablando de la talla, you could say, for example, ¿Cómo me queda la falda? How does the skirt look on me? Does it suit me? Does it suit me? Ah, te queda genial. Yeah? It looks great. Yeah? If you translate this word for word, it stays on you great. But basically means it looks great. It suits you. Okay? It looks fantastic on you. Te queda genial. Right. Right. The next one is location. Sometimes you might hear when you're asking for direction, ¿Dónde queda? So where is such and such a thing? Where does it stay? It would translate to. But obviously we don't say in English, where does the bank stay? The bank stays nowhere, you know. The bank is just somewhere. It is in such and such a place. But in Spanish, you will see, ¿Dónde queda? And the place. ¿Dónde queda el banco? Okay? Where is the bank? ¿Dónde queda? Where is it exactly? ¿Dónde queda? Okay. So, now I've got some expressions for you, which I feel as though are very relevant. So I'm just going to go over those with you. Quedar bien is an impression, the impression that you give off. So if I say, solo hiciste eso para quedar bien. Okay, so you only did that to look good. Okay, you want someone to have a good impression of you. So, quedar bien. Okay, so to look good, to form an impression of someone. Quedar bien. So you leave a good impression. On the contrary, quedar mal. Okay, to leave a bad impression. So, quedar bien, quedar mal. That's your first expression. Right, the second one I have for you is quedar en familia. Quedar en familia, obviously to stay in family. We don't really say that, do we? But what it refers to is to keep something to yourself. Let's just keep it between me and you. Yeah? Que se quede en familia. Que esta conversación, que se quede en familia. Don't tell anyone else. It's all a bit hush-hush. Okay? Keep it hushed up. Keep it in the family. Okay? Don't need to tell the whole world. It's between us. Que se quede en la familia. En familia. Right, okay? I do love that one. Okay, the next one. Quedar de piedra. If you translate that, to stay of stone. I love this expression. Quedar de piedra. It means to be flabbergasted, so amazed, something has happened. Me quedé de piedra al saber la noticia. So I was stunned when I heard the news. Me quedé de piedra. Don't you just love the way that one sounds? I do. Use it. This is un desafío, es un reto. Use it and tell me how you get along with it. Okay? Quedar de piedra. I also really like this one. No queda otra. No queda otra. There's nothing left to be done, or there's nothing left to do but to do whatever you come up with. No queda de otra. There's nothing else to be done. Okay? No queda otra. There's no other choice but to do this. Yeah? And the last one I have for you is quedar pendiente. Quedar pendiente means that something's pending. It's outstanding. So if imagine you're renting a house or a flat, and I suppose this, if you're watching this and you're from GCS, doing GCS, you'll be thinking, I'm too young, miss. It's okay. It's just an example. Right. If I say queda pendiente los 2 euros, it means that you still have to pay 2 euros. Okay, so you owe me. So queda pendiente, so it's pending. Okay, queda pendiente el asunto de tu hermano. Okay, so the matter of your brother is still pending. We need to sort that out. Okay, we haven't closed the deal yet. So for something to be pending, it means that it still needs sorting out. It still needs to come to a closing. Okay, I hope that you will walk away today having learned something about the verb, the special verb, quedar. Okay, y vamos a ver si quedamos para el sábado que viene. Okay, el sábado que viene quedamos. Okay, we're going to meet up next Saturday. I hope so. Anyways, guys, que tengáis un bonito fin de semana, o por lo menos lo que queda del fin de semana. Okay, what's left of the weekend, enjoy it, and hasta pronto. Adiós. Adiós.